Hello and welcome to Transforming a Team episode 2. Today we're going to be looking at Chelsea. In this video I'm going to take a look at the current Chelsea squad and suggest improvements I would make in the summer and who I'd sell and who I'd keep. And then with the players and the squad I've made, I'm going to simulate seasonal FIFA and see how I do. So let's get into it. Since Sari took over in the summer, it's been a very up and down season so far for Chelsea, as they currently sit 6th in the Barclays Premier League, 1 point behind Manchester United, who currently occupy the last Champions League spot. With Sari's tactics not being successfully implemented into the squad so far, there is lots of debate over his future at Chelsea, and he could face a sack in the next few weeks. Looking at the current squad at the moment, there's a load of deadwood players Chelsea have already, such as Moses, Zappacosta, Emerson and Cahill to be the first few. The players I would sell would be those four: Christensen, because he's not getting enough game time, I should probably look to leave; Loftus-Cheek, same reason, he needs more game time, he's young, he wants to progress; Morata, because he's been crap for Chelsea and they've already loaned him out, so Atletico will probably buy him. And I think Hazard's going to leave as well for about 110 million. So these are the players who I think will be leaving Chelsea. Additionally, they'll also be losing their loan players in Higuain and Kovacic, which is a real loss for Chelsea because they are in the current heart of their team, so they have to replace those in the summer too. Overall, totaling up the 8 players I would sell, Chelsea have a total of £258 million coming in through sales this summer. Here is Chelsea's starting 11 so far this season, and out of these players there'll be 3 players leaving: Higuain, Kovacic and Hazard, so these players will definitely need replacing in the summer, and it'll be a massive job for the manager to do so. Additionally, the manager also needs to figure out a way to play Jorginho and Kante together in defensive mid, as Kante is one of the best defensive mid players in the world and is currently not playing up to his high standards. For the summer then, these are the players I'll be looking to bring in. I would bring in Kieran Tierney as a left back to replace Emerson and possibly Marcos Alonso in the first choice position. Tierney adds better defensive output than Alonso, but Alonso has a good impact against smaller teams in the league, so these two could counteract each other quite well in big games and small games. I would also sign Koulibaly from Napoli for about 100 million, because he's just a rock and he could be a really great defensive partnership with Rudiger, and a strong defence is a long way to go for Chelsea to win the league. Next, to solve Chelsea's number 9 problems, I would bring in Icardi. He looks like he's going to be leaving Inter due to being stripped of the captaincy, and I think for Chelsea he could grab a lot of goals and be a real big part of their team. To help Icardi creatively, I would bring in Isco as a centre mid so he can play in the advanced role. He's a great creator, you probably get for 70 million from Real Madrid as they look to recreate their squad, so I think it'd be a great signing for Chelsea and could get loads of goals and assists. Next, I would bring in Wan-Bissaka for about 30 million from Crystal Palace. He wouldn't be my starting right back because Aspi is currently playing there, but I think Aspi could be a better centre back now as he's getting older, a bit slower. So Wan-Bissaka could be bled into this position, and within 2 to 3 years he could be one of the best right backs in the league. So this would be a great investment for Chelsea for the future. And of course, Chelsea already have Pulisic coming in the summer for around 60 million. So I've added that to their spend, but this is, I wouldn't personally spend the money on him, but this is what they've already done, so we'll add him in. Therefore, in total, this is about a £405 million spend. Take away the £258 million Chelsea have coming in through sales. This leaves them with about £147 million spend, which isn't a lot for Chelsea, but it would be a good squad turnover. And of course, Chelsea would probably spend more than that, so they could even bring in more players. But this is how I would do it, and I've based off their current budget. So, with the new signings coming in, this is how Chelsea could look up next summer. Obviously, you've got Kepa, Rudiger and Aspi on the right side of the defence as normal. And on the left side, you'd have Koulibaly, the new signing for 100 million. And Tierney, I'll go for Tierney over Alonso, but probably Alonso will still play there because he's a fan favourite. However, Tierney's a good signing for backup. The new look midfield 3 would contain Isco, the new signing for 70 million. He'd be great creatively. He'd probably play more of a cam role with Jorginho and Kante in defensive mid, but I've just did this because this is their current formation. So on my midfield 3 would be Isco, Jorginho and Kante, good midfield 3. And this would be a new look front 3 for Chelsea now, with Hudson-Odoi replacing Hazard. I think Hudson-Odoi could be a real star for the future, he just needs game time, and I think next year really come into his own if Hazard leaves. We'll also have Icardi up front, good goal scorer. I think he's going to get lots of chances with Isco in behind him, Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic for new look right wing. So I think this front 3 could be really deadly for Chelsea in the future. Additionally, this squad also has great strength and depth now with a full look second team. You could have Caballero, Alonso, Luiz, Ampadu, Wan-Bissaka, and then in midfield 3 could be Drinkwater, Bakayoko and Barkley. And your front 3 could be Willian and Pedro, and you can either play Giroud or Tammy Abraham as he comes back from loan. So with this team I've just built, we've got lots of strength and depth, a great first team, so we're just going to see how they do in FIFA now. So let's get into the FIFA simulation. Okay, so I'm in the simulation now. I'm just going to quickly organise the team to how I want it. I think I ended up going for Willian on the left wing instead of Hudson-Odoi because he's only 70 rated, so that would have obviously had a massive impact when simulating. But otherwise than that, I'm going to keep the same team. I think I do start Alonso at left back instead of Tierney as well compared to the lineup I showed you. But I think we're going to sim until maybe January the 2nd, just see how we're doing until January. Obviously, we probably won't make any transfers, but you know, we'll see how we're doing mid-season. So I'm going to sim now, and I'll cut you when we get to the January transfer window. Okay, so we've just finished simulating to the January transfer window. I'm going to take a look at how the squad's doing so far. So we've got Kepa in goal, obviously, great goalkeeper, gone up 1 rating. Played 22 appearances, so that's good. And Tammy Abraham has 11 goals in 18 appearances so far already. Bit strange because he's not starting for me. This is what's wrong with FIFA simulations, it doesn't choose the team you chose. But Willian with 12 assists, 10 goals, Akali 10 goals. Marco van Ginkel for some reason playing with 5 goals. Isco's doing alright with 7 goal contributions, 22. Hudson-Odoi with 6, so it's not too bad. Alonso 29 appearances, Koulibaly 22 appearances. So yeah, just what I expected, but a few weird players playing now, like Drinkwater. Why is he playing? I didn't choose him. But yeah, not too bad I guess. And where are we sitting in the table? That's a big question really. Well, we made it to round 3 of the Cup where we're going to play Millwall. We're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup versus Arsenal. Don't care about that. Nor the Super Cup, we're not involved in that. Or the Champions League, unfortunately. We are in the Europa League, but it's just interesting to see who went through. Barcelona Liverpool, that'd be an interesting game. Europa League, we didn't lose a game in the knockouts, and we've got Sassuolo in our first knockout leg, so that's alright, that's not too bad. We should probably win that, hopefully. And moving on to the league now, we sit 4th after 21 games played with 33 points. 4 points off top spot, but only in the Champions League spot by 1 point. Load of teams on 32 points, even Wolves there, Arsenal and Spurs, and Man City obviously, but they got 1 game in hand on us, so we're probably going to be 5th, realistically. So I'll carry on with the simulation now, and we'll go all the way to the end of the season and see how we do. So I'll see you there. Okay, we're at the end of the season now, and we're going to just take a look at the squad hub quickly beforehand. So we've got Kepa making 45 appearances to be expected, Aspi making 54 appearances to be expected, and our top goal scorer was Akali with 19 goals, which isn't really a lot to be honest. Abraham got 15 in the end, Willian only got 4 more goals and no more assists in the second half of the season. Isco got 9 goals and 7 assists, not too bad. Pedro 8 goals, Van Ginkel still playing 34 games for some reason. Alonso 49 games, quite a lot of games to be honest for a left back. Kante's injured but didn't get much output from him. Jorginho only played 21 games, that's a bit weird considering he was my starting centre mid. Only 1 goal and 3 assists as well. Pulisic and Barkley 10 goals, 1 assist, not great. Pulisic he played 1 game. 1 game. He's in my starting 11, he played 1 game. 5.7 match rate as well, there's no wonder he didn't play another game, Jesus. Bakayoko, 10 games as well. Tierney, 29 games. Rudiger, he was injured most of the season, actually I did see that I was simulating. So not too bad really, but a bit disappointed. Pulisic only got 1 game. So on to the league table now, and it's good to see we're not in the bottom half of the league table, that's great. Huddersfield finished bottom, like normal, like they're going to do in real life as well. Scrolling up, and we finished 7th. We finished 7th with 59 points. Jesus, 67 points would have got us top 4, so we're at 8 points off top 4 with this new look team. I think it's probably because Hudson-Odoi was only 70 rated. Like next year I think he'll be a bit higher, he's a better player than 70 rated, and we didn't really have a good team on the left wing. Willian decreased a bit, but really disappointed with that actually, only 7th in the league. In the FA Cup we got knocked out by Everton on penalties, 4-3 we lost. Also lost 4-1 in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, not great either. And how did we get on in the Europa League? In the round of 32 we lost we won 3-2 to Sassuolo but lost 4-all on away goal warning. Wow, I really think we should have won that game. So overall then, no trophies, 7th in the league, round of 32 in the Europa League knocked out, semi-finals the furthest we got in a cup competition, which is alright, but we really should have been looking to win at least 1 trophy this year. So maybe this team wasn't rebuilt as good as I thought it was, I guess. But that's going to end today's video, so I'll see you in the next Transformer team. Have a good one.